Hi, I'm Cody.
Andrew.
Bryson.
Heather.
Bryson.
Kara.
Brandon. Adam.
And I'm Tiffany Sawyer. And today I'm going to talk to you about dyslexia. Can you read this? Or what about this? Or maybe even this? Look at this picture. Does this person look like they would be dyslexic? Albert Einstein is the smartest man that ever lived. But he also has dyslexia. What would you say if I told you that 1 in 5 people suffer from dyslexia according to DoSomething.org? The U.S. Department of Health and Human Services estimates that 15% of the population has dyslexia. My purpose today is to inform you of exactly what dyslexia is, the famous people who have dyslexia, and ways to overcome the effects of dyslexia. This is a subject that is near and dear to me because I've had to overcome some of the effects of dyslexia. As a child, I suffered tremendously from ADHD. Teachers wrote me off as being not as far along as many of my classmates in a lot of subjects. They thought I wasn't applying myself and just goofing off, when in reality I had trouble even concentrating. By the time it was recognized that I had dyslexia, I was so far behind that my teachers decided to hold me back and teach me how to read. Because of the way I was treated in school, I felt less important. It took me a while to overcome everything I was experiencing, but thank God for Miss Kimberly, my teacher, who recognized my dyslexia and had me tested. She then cared enough to give me the tools I needed and slowly teach me how to deal with this inconvenience. The first step before you can understand what it's like to have dyslexia, you have to first understand what dyslexia is. This is the definition of dyslexia. It's spelling errors, it's letters, orders like you may see saw, but in reality the word is was. The highly phoneticized spelling, you would see S-H-U-D, but in reality it's S-H-O-U-L-D, as should. You read from right to left when you're supposed to read from left to right. Anyway, according to WebMD.org, people with a learning difference like dyslexia may have trouble with reading, writing, spelling, math, and sometimes music. 3 times as many boys as girls have dyslexia. Experts proclaim dyslexia had little to do with the recognition of visual forms, but more rather who have dyslexia are just wired differently. Dyslexia doesn't have to do with reading left to right or right to left. It is more of a weakness in where sounds of language come together to form words or break words down into sounds. Teachers often think children with dyslexia lack motivation or don't try hard enough, which was my case entirely. However, people with dyslexia are actually visual, highly creative thinkers who are intuitive and excel on hands-on learning. Having said that, some of the most creative minds and smartest people ever were dyslexic. The second step are famous people who have dyslexia. Do you recognize any of these people? Albert Einstein, Alexander Graham Bell, Steven Spielberg, Mozart, Benjamin Franklin, and Thomas Edison. Those are just a few of the famous inventors. There's famous actors such as Whoopi Goldberg, Orlando Bloom, Tom Cruise, Robin Williams, Jim Carrey, Keanu Reeves, Vince Vaughn, Jennifer Aniston, and Cher. Those are just some of the actors, and there's some famous athletes like Muhammad Ali, Magic Johnson, Bruce Jenner, and many, many more. These are just a few. These famous people overcame their dyslexia to go on to overachieve and be highly successful. The third step is how they overcame this disability. Recognize the disability, that it is a stepping stone. There are many symptoms to look for to diagnose dyslexia. I will provide you with a sheet of paper covering all the symptoms to look for in diagnosing a learning disability of dyslexia. There are tools that you can give to help with dyslexia. One is a transparent color paper that an individual places over the information they are reading. This makes the brain see what it's actually looking at, not what it wants to see. There are different color sheets. Make sure to try each one to see which works best for your individual. Be supportive and don't be critical. Be understanding and patient. Remember, this isn't something that the person chooses to do. Dyslexia just happens. In conclusion, I have explained to you exactly what dyslexia is. The famous people you would never have thought would have dyslexia, and how to overcome or to help another person overcome this disability. By sharing these things with you, I hope that you will be more compassionate about people with this disability and won't treat them the way that I was treated as a kid, but will recognize the symptoms and do whatever is possible to help individuals overcome disability. Thank you.